Just confirm me anyone if you are able to see the screen.
Yes, we are able to see screen.
Super. Fine. So let us start with the discussion from Snowflake. What is Snowflake? See, Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of 3 cloud providers. One is GCP, another one is AWS, another one is Azure. Bhavana, you don't worry. Whatever we are discussing here, if you don't understand any terminology, just stop me and then ask. And also, I will try to explain the concepts from the ground level. Like if people are having experience into database world, if people don't have any experience in the IT industry, I will try to explain to reach to all the audience. You no need to worry. Like you don't have experience in any IT industry, like you are new to the world. But by considering all these things, then I will try to explain from the ground level. Is that fine?
Sure, Shekhar. Thank you so much.
That's fine. In between, not only Bhavana, if anyone don't understand any terminologies or don't understand any any topic or any discussion, find the gaps. Just stop me in between and then raise your questions. Not a problem. Fine. Then we'll go with the introduction with the Snowflake, and then from the very basic of data warehousing, etc. So I can say, I will tell you what is the meaning of the cloud data warehouse. Why this Snowflake is built on these 3 cloud providers? What are those cloud providers? We'll see one by one. I can say Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of 3 cloud providers. Which is built on top of these 3 cloud providers means I will tell you. See, this is the Snowflake environment. Which is built on top of these 3 cloud providers. Which is built on top of any one cloud provider. You can build this Snowflake on these 3 cloud providers. One is AWS, another one is Azure, another one is GCP. I will tell you one by one what is the meaning of this cloud data warehouse, what is the meaning of the warehouse, what is the meaning of on-prem servers or traditional data warehouse, what is the meaning of this cloud data warehouse, what is the difference between the on-prem servers or traditional data warehouse and the cloud data warehouse. Let me start the discussion with what is the meaning of. Guys, can you mute from your end, please? Bhavana, can you mute? Fine, thank you. So let's start the discussion with the what is the meaning of data warehouse. See here, data warehouse is a system. Data warehouse is a system where you are going to store the huge data, or where you are going to maintain the history of data in the system. I can say data warehouse is a system where you are going to store huge data or history of data, and then you are going to collect the data from the multiple systems, multiple source systems. Suppose if you have a data in your file system, either a flat file, either a CSV file, or if you have a data in your database OLTP system, either SQL Server, Teradata, Oracle, etc. Or if your data is in legacy system means, suppose let's consider, guys, I can say You are ordering something in a Amazon portal like this across the globe. N number of customers are ordering orders. The Amazon application data will be stored in some CSV file. That data need to be loaded into the data warehouse. That also you can able to load the data into a data warehouse. Like this, you will collect the data from the different systems and then load that data into your one system that is called as a data warehouse. I will tell you clearly. Suppose let's consider, guys, you have a data in your file system. Either it may be a CSV file, either it may be XML file, either it may be a JSON file, either it may be a spreadsheet, either it may be a notepad, whatever it is. If you have a, suppose let's consider, every month at your home, the electrical people will come. They will come and then they will take the read and then they will give it to you a electricity bill. They will enter the readings. They will enter the readings in the machine. So they are entering your data. Based on that data, they will generate a bill and then they will hand over that bill to you. End of the day, for entire city or for entire village, they will collect the data and then they will generate the bill and then they will give it to the particular people. But end of the day, the data is available in the machine. That machine data should be loaded into the data warehouse. Initially, what they will do, whatever the data has in the machine, they will load the data into the legacy system. Nothing but any Microsoft Access or Microsoft Excel sheet or Notepad or etc. So the data will be loaded into the legacy system initially from the machine file. Now the data is available in the legacy system called file. So that file data will be loaded into your data warehouse. How they will load the data? How they will load the data from this legacy system into a data warehouse means they will connect the ETL tool. Not able to hear voice. Guys,
We can hear you, sir.
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Yes.
guys, you are able to hear, right? Oh, okay, we can hear you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. But 1 second, someone has mentioned Satya, right? Satya, everyone can able to hear, but maybe you have a little bit problem. Can you check from your voice device, please? Guys, question to record this meeting. Bhavana, you don't worry. Institute people will record this session, and then you will get this recording session. No need to worry. Fine. So, okay, we were discussing about the data will be available in the different sources. The one source is a legacy system. Another source is suppose the client client application or web application. So where you are working in your Amazon, application. Suppose you are working on IRCTC portal, or you are working on some net banking, or you are working on some ABSRTC. So those are the web applications where you are processing your data, or matrimony, some XYZ web portals where you are processing data. End of the day, the data will be stored in OLTP system, or end of the day, the data will be stored in the legacy system. What is the meaning of OLTP system means? See, Whatever we are processing a data through the Amazon portal or IRCTC portal or APSRTC portal or mobile net banking or web applications or matrimony, etc., etc., etc. From these client applications or web applications, end of the day, the data need to be stored. Whatever we are going to process the data through those applications, end of the day, data need to be stored in a legacy system. Legacy system means in a file system or else in a OLTP database, online transaction processing database, nothing but a where in that OLTP database where the current transactions are going to store. Current transactions means live data, current data is going to store into the OLTP database. Example for this OLTP database is SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata, MySQL, DB2, etc. All these databases are a OLTP system where the current transactions are going to save from the web applications. Now, you have a data in your legacy system, you have a data in your web application, you have a data in your OLTP system. You need to load this entire data and then store this data into a one repository or one place or one placeholder or in one system. So that system can be called as a data warehouse. That data warehouse will be having a capacity to store the huge volume of data and has a capacity to process the huge volume of data, and then it has a capability to return the huge volume of data in a fraction of seconds. Why we are going to store that huge volume of data or history of data in the data warehouse means with the huge volume of data or history of data, you can able to do the analysis, on your existing data, and you can prepare the reporting on top of your business data. I will give you an example how we are going to analyze the data, how it will be useful to analyze the data and then to generate the reports. Suppose let's consider we are going to store a data into the data warehouse of your Amazon web portal, Amazon e-commerce business data. In OLTP system, nothing but a OLTP system is different. OLAP, this data warehouse is a different. OLTP system is the database. This is the data warehouse. In OLTP system, OLTP database, where we are going to store only a current data and then less data, and then data will be stored in a n number of tables. In case of a data warehouse, we are going to store a huge and then history data. Then how this will be useful? What is the purpose to store the history of data into the data warehouse? Then how it is useful? Then let's discuss one by one. Let's consider we are going to store the data of your Amazon e-commerce portal in your data warehouse. As I mentioned, we are going to store a huge data in the data warehouse of your Amazon e-commerce data. Suppose let's consider currently we are in 2023. If we are going to store here from past 5 years data, from past 5 years data into the where from past 2018 or 2019, 2018. So we have a data in the data warehouse from the 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. Now we have a 5 to 6 years data, 5 to 6 years of data in your data warehouse. Based on that, you need to analyze the data. Nothing but so how much transactions are happened in the 2018? How many products are sold? What is the revenue generated for those products? how many quantity are sold, what are the different products are sold, what was the different prices for the particular product in the 2018, and comparing to 2018, so what was the business in 2019, and then what is the business in 2022. So based on that, you can able to analyze a data into a multi-dimensional way. So based on that, as you have a used data in your data warehouse, based on that, you can able to generate the reports, and also you can also generate the dashboards for the forecasting also. Forecasting nothing but a based on the existing data, you can also generate a reports, a future trends also. So in 2022, I have this much of business. In 2022, I have this much of business. In 2021, I have this much of business. Based on that existing data, what will be the business in the 23? What will be the business in the 24? So, so like this also, you can able to generate the dashboard reports for the forecasting reports also. So just this is a high level example of what is the meaning of data warehouse. Data warehouse is a repository system or a placeholder for the different data from the different source systems. Then how this data warehouse will be built in the organization? How this traditional data warehouse or on-prem servers? See, Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse. Where other data warehouses like SQL Server data warehouse, we have a Teradata data warehouse. So that can be called as a on-prem servers. Where for on-prem servers nothing but a where we have a physical servers to maintain your data warehouse. I will explain what is the meaning of that on-prem servers. Let's consider, guys. I will give you an example for SQL Server on-prem data warehouse, how it will work. So that once we get the clear picture on the on-prem server, and then we'll discuss on the what is the meaning of cloud data warehouse. Suppose if your organization decides that their business data will maintain in the SQL Server, on-prem server, and then what they need to do to maintain the SQL Server data warehouse. Initially, in the organization, database architect will do the database architects will do the analysis, and then based on that analysis, they will decide the configuration of your on-prem servers. On what basis the database architect will take a decision, and what are the points, what are the things they will take into the considerations to build your on-prem servers. Let's discuss one by one. First, I will tell you. 1 second. First, they will consider number of users are connected to data warehouse. Second thing, how many IO requests are submitting to data warehouse. How many IO requests? How many concurrent users are connected to data warehouse? How many users are using? How many users are using data warehouse? Reports, etc. See, before going to design a data warehouse in the organization, in the organization, they will consider the lot of scenarios and the lot of they will consider the lot of scenarios and then lot of points. How? So how many users are connecting daily? Suppose I am one of the user, you are the one of the user, another guy is the one of the. How many users are connecting to the user and then they are processing the data? How many users are submitting? How many users? How many IO requests are submitting to the? Because what is the meaning of IO request, guys? What is the meaning of IO request?
Put output.
Input and output, nothing but here. Suppose I am submitting a one SQL statement and then I am requesting a data from the data warehouse. That is called as a input. Input is a SQL code and output is the result of your SQL code. That is IO request. How many people are submitting a IO request? How many concurrent users are connecting to your data warehouse? Concurrent users means simultaneously n number of users simultaneously at the same time, at the same minute, at the same moment. How many users are connecting to your database? And then how many users are using your data warehouse to generate their reports? Reports means they have the data in the data warehouse. They want to see their business data. So how much transactions are happened in last year? So what was the profit in last year? What was the loss in last quarter? So how many products are sold in this current quarter? How many products sold in the last previous quarter? Like that, some XYZ statistics they will use, and then they will generate the reports on top of your data warehouse. By considering all these things, they will start to take the decision. What are the configurations they need to build first? For that, based on these points, based on these considerations, they will start to buy the configuration and build the on-prem servers into your organization. So for that, first they need to buy a SQL Server software. And they need to install the SQL Server software. Once they have purchased from the Microsoft SQL Server software, they need to build that SQL software into remote or physical servers. They need to buy that physical server to host, to build that SQL Server software. After that, so based on the data load, based on the data request, we need to buy our hard disk to store the data. To process your data, to execute your IO request, they need to buy a hardware resources, nothing but a CPUs, number of CPUs, RAM, how much RAM is required based on your data, and what is the memory you require, what is the process you require. So based on that, they need to build a hardware resources also. And once they have set up everything, once they have made the setup everything, to maintain those CEOs, they have built SQL Server software, and then they are maintaining a data warehouse, and they have built a hard disk, and then they have built the hardware resources. To maintain overall this your SQL Server on-prem server, you need a multiple database administrators in your organization, and also to maintain your hardware resources, you need a network engineers in your organization. I will tell you why we required a database administrators, why we required a network engineers in the organization to maintain your on-prem servers. Let's consider, guys, daily we will get a data in a legacy system and then load the data into your SQL Server data warehouse. Daily you will get a data into the OLTP system, SQL Server database, and you need to load the data into your SQL Server data warehouse. For that, you will write some ETL jobs. ETL jobs nothing but a extraction, transformation, and load. What it will do, if you have a data in one place, suppose let's consider you are staying in Hyderabad, you want to travel to Bangalore location, then how you are going to travel? Either you need to travel by flight, either you need to travel by a train, either you need to travel by a bus, either you need to travel by your own vehicle. But finally the target is you need to travel from one location to another location. In between, you need a travel mode. You can use any travel mode, but you need to travel. Like that, as you have a data in your different source systems, you need to daily you are getting a data, daily you will see. Today, end of the day, whatever the business happened in the Amazon web portal, the data will be available in the source system. That you need to load the data into your data warehouse. For that, you will use the one weapon, you will use the one tool, you will use the one mode. How you are going to travel from the one location to another location. Like that, when you have a data in your one area, you need to load that one area in another area. Then you will use the one tool, you will connect that tool to your source system and then your target system. The tool will do, it will pick the data from the source system and then load the data. Like that, what this daily, whatever the data is getting in a file system or else in a this SQL Server OLTP system or else in a web application, wherever the daily the data is getting into the source system, this tool, this ETL tool will pick the data, this ETL tool will pick the data and then load the data into the target system. So to maintain, to monitor all these daily ETL jobs, we require a administrator, database administrator, because suppose you are getting a data today and this ETL job, these and all automated process. Once you will create this ETL jobs and then you will deploy daily automatically, these jobs will run. What they will do, what these jobs will do. Whenever the data is available in the source system, the data will pick from this ETL tool and then load the data into your data warehouse. Daily, these jobs are running and then data is loading into your data warehouse. To monitor, to maintain these ETL jobs, we need a database administrators because some for XYZ reason, if this if the jobs are getting failed, then someone need to be checked what is the issue and then someone need to resolve that issue and then make them properly to run the jobs. I will tell you one of the scenario why these jobs will fail. Suppose let's consider your hard disk capacity is 100 TB, your hardware capacity, hard disk capacity is 100 TB. For till yesterday, this 100 TB of hard disk capacity is full. Today, again, you are getting around 3 TB of data into your data warehouse from the source system. This ETL tool is loading the data from this source system into this data warehouse. But finally, whatever the data is going to process into the SQL Server data warehouse, the data warehouse should be stored in this hard disk. In this case, already this hard disk is full. Still, you are going to process the data, process the today's data into your SQL Server data warehouse. Then, as this hard disk is full, whatever you are getting today's data, due to this hard disk capacity is insufficient, this your today's ETL job is failed due to insufficient space in the hard disk. In this scenario, this database administrator will monitor this scenario and then he will check, he will identify the issue, he will rectify the issue by increasing this hardware capacity. According to that, if the data size is grown in the hard disk capacity, again the network engineers need to increase this hardware capacity also. To maintain your SQL Server data warehouse, you require a multiple database administrators and then multiple network engineers, and also you need to configure a n number of physical components, and also you need to monitor all the things manually. So you need to monitor this your on-prem servers. If any software updates are coming from the Microsoft company, you need to update that software updates. If your hard disk is capacity fully, if hardware capacity is full, then you need to expand that. If your hardware resources are not sufficient, again you need to increase that hardware capacity. To maintain all your on-prem servers, you need a number of database administrators. To maintain your hardware resources, you need a n number of network engineers. In on-prem servers, we have these very challenges. We require a n number of manual intervention to up and run your on-prem servers. To overcome these challenges, we have Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse. We have Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse. This Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse nothing but here. Once you taken a subscription from the Snowflake company, then you no need to install anything. You no need to buy physical servers. You no need to buy hard disk. You no need to buy hardware resources. You no need to maintain anything. Just you need to take a subscription from the Snowflake company. You are using a Chrome. You are using a internet, and then log in into the. You are using a internet, and then log in into the Snowflake account, and then start using. So that we can call it as a cloud data warehouse. You are using a internet, and then you are logging into your Snowflake account, and you will start using your Snowflake account. So that we can call it as a cloud data warehouse. You no need to maintain anything like on-prem servers. You no need to install software. You no need to update the software. You no need to buy hard disk. You no need to buy hardware resources. You are not required a number of database administrators. You are not required hardware engineers. You are not required hardware engineers. You entire thing, the Snowflake architecture, they have simplified like anything. Just you need to take a subscription from the Snowflake company, and then just open your web browser, any Chrome or XYZ, and then log in into your Snowflake account, and then start working to your Snowflake account, so that this can be called as a cloud data warehouse. So that is the on-prem server. What is the on-prem server, sir? And then what is the data warehouse? Now tell me, guys, do you have any gaps in understanding of what is the meaning of data warehouse? What is the meaning of on-prem servers? What is the meaning of cloud data warehouse? And then we have discussed the different difference between these on-prem servers and the cloud data warehouse. Now tell me, any gaps or any confusions, still you need any more clarifications on understanding these things, guys?
Shekhar, I have one question here.
Yes.
You are saying that on-time servers and data warehouse and cloud, right? So could you please explain what the high level difference you are showing? Like on-time servers is basically like traditional database, right? You are saying.
Sorry, your voice is little bit not clear. Can you tell me?
On-time servers is nothing but a traditional service. I just want
on-prem, not an on-time, on-prem servers.
On-prem, okay. Okay.
One
Could you
second.
explain? Actually, I missed out the part. Could you explain that what high level of that three different parts?
Sure. 1 second. Where I have written. On-prem servers nothing but a tell me what do you want to hear, Satya?
Yeah, basically, I am not sure exactly this server related because my background is maintenance. Okay, so I just want to understand what is the difference high level of this.
I clearly explained. I don't know you missed. I clearly explained. I took half an hour to explain the difference between the on-prem server and then cloud data warehouse. See, high level I will tell you. On-prem servers nothing but there are physical servers are involved or physical components are involved to maintain your data warehouse. Fine. I am taking an example for on-prem servers as a SQL server data warehouse. Fine. The physical hardware enterprise to maintain the data. So to maintain your on-prem servers or a SQL server database or a traditional database, you require many things like you need to build this SQL server software into one physical server, and then you need to maintain a physical hard disk. You need to maintain your physical hardware resources. You need to maintain a physical hardware resources. Fine. So you need to configure all these things, and then whenever you get a update from the Microsoft company, you need to update those patches to your SQL Server softwares, and then to maintain your SQL Server data warehouse, you need a multiple database administrators, and also to maintain the hardware resources, you need a multiple network engineers, because the existing, suppose this is a hardware, this is a hardware component. You will define a particular hardware component. You will define a particular. You will define like around 100 TB, around 50 TB. If this capacity is full, and then whenever you are trying to process the data into your on-prem server, then the data will not be loaded, or your ETL jobs are failed. Suppose if hardware capacity is not sufficient to load your data, then your ETL jobs or data load will be failed. In such scenario, we need a database administrators to monitor what is going. We need a network engineers to monitor what is going, and then based on the issue, they need to interrupt the issue and then identify and then resolve the issue. So this is a high level I can say. This is a high level I can say. This is a on-prem server. To overcome all these challenges, we have a Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse where we are using web applications or internet, and then just log in into the Snowflake account and then start using your Snowflake account. So this is a cloud data warehouse because we are using only internet to use your Snowflake account. We are not at all using any hardware component, or we are not installing any software, or we are not building any physical servers, or we are not buying. What is data warehouse? Guys, already I have clearly explained what is data warehouse. Please, I am requesting you to go through the recording session. So that you will come to know what is the meaning of. Already I have clearly explained in the initial session of the today's session. Fine. So this is the Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse. So where you are going to build this, where one second. See, this Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse which is built on top of AWS or Azure or GCP. Why this Snowflake has built on top of these three cloud products means, suppose let's consider you have a data in your on-prem servers. You need to migrate the data into your cloud data warehouse, into a Snowflake cloud data warehouse. In this case, initially you will load that data from the on-prem servers. On-prem servers, suppose I can refer as a SQL server. You have a data into your SQL server data warehouse. You need to migrate the data into your Snowflake cloud data warehouse. In this scenario, you will load the data from the on-prem servers into this cloud provider, and then from this cloud provider, you will ingest or you will load the data into your Snowflake cloud environment, so that we can call it as a Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse, and then it is built on top of these three cloud providers. On top of these three cloud, any one cloud provider, either it is a GCP, either it is a Azure, either it is a AWS, where you are going to load the data from your source system or data from your legacy system or from on-prem server. From there you will load the data into. Your Snowflake environment. So this is the basic definition of Snowflake, and also Snowflake cloud data warehouse. And also the Snowflake cloud data warehouse can be used for the different requirements, based on your requirements, based on your business requirements in the organization. Either this Snowflake cloud data warehouse can be used for the reporting purpose, or for the business intelligence purpose, or for the data science purpose, or for the data analytics, or for the business, or for web application. You can use this data warehouse based on your requirement. And also this Snowflake can be called as a software as a service, which is the best option. Is it Databricks or Snowflake? Guys, we will discuss all the general questions after completion of the session. I am going to complete this session within 10 minutes. After that, I will give you enough time to discuss. General questions. So this snowflake can be called as a software as a service because this snowflake environment itself act as a software to provide your different services. As this is a SaaS, as I mentioned earlier, we no need to install anything, we no need to buy anything. There is no hardware to install, configure, or manage the servers. There is virtually no software to install, configure, or manage. Our ongoing maintenance, management, and upgrades and the tunings are handled by Snowflake. You no need to do anything from your end. You no need to do anything from your end. Automatically, entire thing Snowflake will take care. Data storage, data processing, hardware resource, storage component, everything it will take. Snowflake will take on behalf of your organization. You don't need to take anything, just you need to start process the data. How, whatever the size, whatever the request, whatever the number of users, that is doesn't matter. Entire thing on behalf of your organization, the Snowflake will take care. So this can be called as a SaaS. Just for now, just I will show you what is the course content. So this is the course content. This is the course content. Whatever I am displaying here, this is the course content of our Snowflake development course. I am going to complete this course content in 35 classes. Prerequisite for this course is if you have a SQL knowledge, then it will be added advantage. If you don't have a SQL knowledge, then as part of our sessions, our course, we are going to provide you a knowledge on the SQL sessions. And apart from this course content, we will also help you to prepare the resume, help you to prepare the interviews, and also we will help you to we will help you to suppose if anyone don't have any project environment or corporate environment, then how it looks like, then how will be the environment looks like, then we will help you to understand in such level also. And remaining things, we need to discuss many things. What are the good features are available? What are the good, one second. What are the good features are available in Snowflake? And what are the roles and responsibilities if we get a job? How is the market trend? What are the jobs we have, etc. We will continue those remaining things until by tomorrow. And by tomorrow 7 a.m. We are going to start our regular sessions. As part of this course, I am going to provide you three demos. Today is the first, and tomorrow is the second, and day after tomorrow is the third. We are going to provide a free 3 demos. Try to get the registration with the institute from the 4th class onwards. Then we are going to start and we are institute people going to change the link, and then that is the so within these 3 days, try to get the registration with the institute, and then from tomorrow onwards 7 a.m. I am going to start my regular classes. Still we need to discuss more things as part of this demo. From tomorrow we will continue the remaining part. Try to get the registration with the institute people, and then guys, now you can ask me if you have any general questions. I am done with my today's discussion. If you have any general questions, then you can ask me. Then from tomorrow on, we will start our regular sessions.
Hi, Shekhar. I have one question. Is this course, like all the topics, in line with the Snowflake certification? So, for example, if I complete this course, will I be able to attend the certification as well?
Yes. Once you complete the course, then you can able to attempt Snow Pro course certification.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, tell me, Bhavana.
So my question is, like you said, we use Snowflake for, you can say, kind of data forecasting, right? So,
Yes.
So we are using this particular software. So what would be the probability of accuracy? Because there are also other softwares for, forecasting, right? So is it more accurate than other softwares?
Yes, we have more accurate, and then we have more comfortable in the Snowflake environment, Bhavana.
I mean, I was just wondering why Snowflake.
So that's what why Snowflake means. That's what we have still. We have not covered the great features are available in the Snowflake. We will discuss the features are available in the Snowflake in tomorrow session, so that we will come to know.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Others. Yeah, Prashant.
Yeah, good morning. So I would like to ask you one question. So which one is the best option? Like, so for the data, data concepts like data analytics and data science, is it a Databricks or the Snowflake?
Yes. So Snowflake has the Snowflake has the capability to support for the different project requirements. Either you can able to use Snowflake Cloud Data Warehouse for your forecasting or data analytics, I can say, or data science, or for business intelligence. The architecture they have designed in such a way you can able to process the data, huge data in a millions of seconds. Fine. So we will discuss architecture, and then what are the great features are available. We'll discuss one by one.
I think I just asked what makes the difference between the Snowflake and the Databricks? Because the same features that have been provided by the Databricks, right?
Can you repeat once again?
Yes, Mr. Shekhar, that the thing is, I'm just wondering that. So, what makes the Snowflake is different from the other platforms like a Databricks? Like it is providing the same features.
No, not same features. We have a different good features also. We will discuss those features in tomorrow's session, so that you will come to know. So I can tell you one of the example. Suppose let's consider, guys, if the data is deleted from the table permanently if the data is deleted permanently from the table, then what you will do? Data lost from the table, then what you will do?
Could you please more specific? Like the data, is it stored on the
Table.
like any container or any hive?
Table.
Okay.
If the data is permanently deleted from the table, then what you will do?
It is lost then.
It is lost.
Yeah.
It is lost. But Snowflake has provided a very good feature called a time travel. What it will do? It will maintain the history for all the tables for the particular days. That period, you will define while creation of a table. If you define that period, each and every transaction, it will maintain the history of that data. Immediately by going back into the history, and then you can bring the deleted data and then restore that data into the original table. Within fraction of seconds, you can able to do this activity. The data is lost in your tables. So this is one of the good feature I have told you. So we have a number of features. We will discuss those features by tomorrow. Fine.
Thank you, Mr. Shekhar.
Yes.
Shekhar, one last question. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Not a last. You can ask a number of questions. Not a
Yeah, so because I'm very, like I said, zero knowledge. So with this software, like Snowflake, is it only used in organizational level, or any individual can also use in their small business?
Usually not only a Snowflake, Bhavana, this data warehouse majorly is used to process like huge data. Means inside terabytes of data, hundreds of terabytes, 50 terabytes. So then only we are going to use a data warehouse. Then why we are going to use for the individuals? Clear? Hmm?
All right. Got it.
Shekhar, this course is continue 7 a.m. Daily, or do we have any time changes? Because I'm joining from different country. So
Actually, your voice is not clear, Satya. Can you tell me once again? What is your question?
Yeah, I'm audible now.
Yeah, you are audible, but voice is not clear.
Okay. So actually, the session is 7 a.m. fixed, or do you have any change in future?
7 a.m. is fixed.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm not comfortable with any other time because I'm attending from different countries. So I just want to make sure that, okay.
From which country you are attending?
Yes.
US. That's fine. So this is permanent in 7 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're providing this audio sessions parallelly once.
You need to, yeah, this recording sessions will be provided by institute people. You need to
Okay.
contact to the institute people. Yes.
Okay. Okay, Shekhar. Thanks.
Any other questions? From tomorrow onwards, I am going to start regular sessions at 7 a.m. From tomorrow onwards, I am going to start regular sessions at 7 a.m. Fine. Please try to be available on time. Don't late for the sessions. This is my request. Fine, guys. Any other questions?
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Yeah. If there are no questions, then we can wind up the session, and then we'll meet at tomorrow same 7 a.m. IST. Fine.
Sure, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. We will meet tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.